All right, welcome to the Hoe-Busters podcast, y'all. We are going to dive into some real-life challenges, some heartbreaks, triumphs, and transformations that help to shape us all. I'm your host, Darie, and today we have a beautiful lineup of guests who are here to share some of their stories and some of their life experiences to encourage and inspire us all to go after our dreams, live in our purpose, and give ourselves the love that we truly deserve. So to the right of me, I've got returning to help me with the podcast, my girl, Nita. Ladies, y'all look great. And I am very thankful that y'all are here to join me for this 2-part episode. Okay, so we're going to have a nice long conversation. Hopefully we'll be covering everything from modeling to relationships and dating in 2024. Okay, this is going to be fun. So all of these topics, I'm hoping are aimed at helping our viewers to really take charge of their own healing journeys and really just to find some hope. So sit back, let's chill, and let's get ready for an empowering conversation that might give you all some insights and some new perspectives. So let's dive in.
All right. So let's start from the very end. Tell us your name and a little bit about yourself.
My name is Nikki.
Hey, Nikki.
Hey. I am a model. I do various things. I actually have multiple jobs. I work in health field. I'm a single mommy to a beautiful 12-year-old daughter. Yeah.
All right.
Good stuff.
I am Italia or Talia. I am a full-time everything. I got a lot of jobs.
Mm-hmm.
I work in the financial industry. I'm also a model, and I am a licensed nail tech. I'm a dog mom.
Okay. All right. And how did you guys meet Darie?
We met her at Juicy Body Goddess.
Okay.
We all modeled together.
Yeah.
And it has been a very good journey.
All right. So what got you guys started with modeling? How did you guys get a foot into that?
Okay. So since I was young, I've always been told, oh, you need a model. You need a model. You need to be a model. You have a pretty face. I never really took it serious. But one of my good friends, one day, she's a cosmetologist. She does makeup, hair, all that good stuff. So she was just like, we should, try it out. See how you like it. Because I've always had it in the back of my mind. But it's like, the nervousness and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But we just tried it one day. She did hair, makeup, and we just started doing shoots. She's a photographer too. So she's basically in one bucket. So I started from that. And then I went into Juicy Body Goddess one day. She was like, oh, my friend here models. And she was like, oh, we could use a model. 2017.
The rest is history.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Yeah. What about you, Talia?
So I have always kind of been into modeling. When I was like a little kid, like back in the Peebles days when they had Peebles, I used to do the little kid model shows that they had in their stores.
Oh, that's cute.
So yeah, I used to do that for Peebles, JCPenney.
Oh, nice.
So I wore a whole bunch of Arizona. I had a lot of that as a kid.
That's funny.
As I got a little bit older, I modeled in Fashion Bug. And then I also used to work for Lane Bryant. So I used to model some of their clothes, not like professional or anything, but like in the store.
Okay.
And then one day, just like Nikki, I walked into Juicy Body Goddess. It was actually Material Girl hair at the time.
Yeah, it was.
And so she was like a hair boutique. She didn't really have a lot of clothes.
Okay.
But I walked in one day and she was like, did you do your own makeup? I said, yeah. She said, oh, you're going to be one of my models. And I was like, no, I'm not. Like, when I was a kid, it was cute. But now that I'm a little older, I'm a little nervous. But she gave me like a box of stuff to try on. And I tried it on just like 5 years ago. And I've just been with her ever since.
Wow. Okay. See, I've been working with her for a good little while.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I said, Summer's out here changing lives.
Yes.
I think,
she has changed my life for the better.
She really, really did. I know when I walked into her store, my girlfriend's been following her for years. and was like, Darie, you need to get in this store. She's in Charlotte. You're in Charlotte. I went in there looking for a homecoming dress, and she did the video. Like, you know, she gets the content for her customers and put it on her TikTok and stuff. She's like, let me just get some content for you. And I just didn't know what she was doing. I'm like, girl, my hair's done, my toes are done. Let's do it. And I remember being on a 1 hour lunch break. Y'all, I was in that store 3.5 hours. Forgot to get my son off the bus. I was so just captivated by that woman. And I don't even ask women for their numbers, but I was like, I need your number because we friends. Like, you don't understand, but you're my homegirl now. Yeah. And she was just like, you know what? I need another model too. And I'm like, for real? And I was like, okay. And I didn't know who she was. So I'm just thinking, let me help this lady out. Sure. And I think when I went to homecoming, my girlfriends were like, your video was great. Oh my God, you got all these. And I'm like, what video? So they had to show me the video. Like, do you see this? And I'm like, homecoming, like, oh my God, I didn't know y'all were following her. And I'm seeing my cousins liking it. Like, my cousins follow her. Oh my God. But coming out of my situation, because I was just moving out of the house with my ex-husband. And so just kind of, you know how that is. Like, you were going through a breakup. It was like, oh my God, my confidence, my self-esteem, I got to build myself up. And it just immediately, that lady just put something back into me, like sparked new life in me. I was like, this is amazing. So I just, even like, I think we took a girls trip around that time, and it was just like, oh my God, everybody was so supportive and excited. And I was just like, I can't believe this. You would never tell me at 38 years old, this big, going through this whole crisis in life that I'd be doing this. But even meeting you ladies has been awesome, and meeting Summer and working with her and just seeing the energy that she has and how she is just so uplifting to everyone she interacts with. I'm like, I want to be like you. I want to be like this. So
what is your favorite thing about modeling? Like,
my favorite thing about modeling is being someone different than I typically am throughout the
day-to-day basis.
Like I said, I work a corporate job, so I put on my blazer, or if I'm working from home, I put on my pajamas.
Right.
I'm not normally like made up, or I don't pay a whole bunch of attention to how every little detail looks. But when I go and model, I'm like, oh, I got to make sure my edges are straight. And like, it's just very empowering as a woman, and also as a plus size woman. There are not a lot of spaces for us. And so to not only hold space in this area, but to like be an inspiration for other girls who look like me, who have my body type, that is my favorite thing about it.
I love that.
I would have to agree with her in a way. Getting pretty, getting dolled up, love it. Because I wear scrubs all day. I don't put makeup on all the time. So getting pretty, and then being able to dress in these fashionable clothes that actually fit us.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that look good.
So good.
Right.
How has the reception been to a significant other about you modeling?
Well, that's why I'm here. For me, I haven't really gotten any type of response from a significant other in regard to this. I don't think it's something that matters to that person that I was a significant other to.
Okay.
It really hasn't had an impact.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
What about you?
Well, I'm single. So I don't have to worry about that. But when I was in a relationship, it was, oh, you about to go model.
Yeah.
A little bit of jealousy.
Yeah, they have difficulty with that.
Yeah.
Like,
But it's just like,
yeah.
let me get pretty.
Mhm.
Let me do this.
It's all just gonna be cute. You know, I was just leaving my ex, but I heard through the grapevine, we'll say, that it wasn't very well received. It was almost like, this bitch, you know, like, how the hell is she doing this when for all these years she was just sorry and lazy as hell?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, whoa, damn. Well, now I have this, you know, new energy and the confidence to go and do something like this. For me, I'm really proud of it. I'm really proud that I'm able to get on this live, because I think I wanted to do a lifestyle channel for a long time, but just did not have the guts to get on camera. And so when she told us the fashion shows were live streaming, I was like, oh gosh, I don't have a choice. So being thrust into that type of environment and doing the lives, is like, if I can do this with her, I can do this too. So I think for me, that was awesome. And I was really happy that she gave me that exposure and kind of the opportunity to just take that leap. Sometimes you just really need somebody to push you, like, just do this.
And
Yeah.
that's Summer's middle name is Push.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely. How do you guys handle the trolls online?
Go ahead, Nikki. You've been doing it longer than me.
I don't pay them no mind. I'm not going to lie. I don't even read the stuff.
Really?
I don't pay it no mind. We're in the world full of oh, skinny was the thing, and now thick is the thing.
Mhm.
And so it's like we're in a world full of people love us now, and then there's still those people that hate us.
Yeah.
So I just ignore them. I don't pay them no attention. I'm still pretty.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
still
that's
going to get my money. I'm still going to live my best life.
Yeah.
I love that. Cool.
I read all the comments. I be seeing what y'all be saying, okay? But it doesn't faze me one way or the other because, like you said, people are people. Like, there's going to be someone in those comments who absolutely hates what we're doing,
Mm-hmm.
but it's because they hate something about themselves. And then there's also going to be 40 people to that one who are so inspired by what we're doing, and they're leaving such beautiful comments that it kind of like drowns out everything. I'll also say the trolls are different on every social media platform.
Yeah.
So yeah, like some of the social media platforms, and I won't say which ones, but some of them are really, really inspiring and really nice and really kind, and you can tell that they're actually following because they get something from it.
Yeah.
And then other people are just looking at it just to have something to say, and I'm like, oh, y'all need to find a life. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's a lot of that. What did y'all see Summer's post with the phone call to the
Yes.
store the other day?
Yes.
Oh my
Y'all,
goodness,
that
yes.
had me too tickled. I don't know if you've seen her post when somebody called in and
Crying laughing.
I was
laughing
like,
so
oh my
hard.
God. Then the lady's calling Cassidy a black
Yeah.
woman and all this. I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
God.
She took time out of her day to find the phone number to make that call, and I was like,
miserable. phone
what you
call.
don't understand is like every comment generates revenue, and when you're commenting on something, the people on your friends list are now going to start seeing more of that person's content. So you're actually helping the business when you comment like that. Like,
What?
keep it pushing.
What was going on with the comments? Like,
Oh, they're horrible. They
what
put
was
like
being said?
pig snouts, and they talk about how these things are unflattering. They talk about your stomach. They talk about, I mean, they
You're wearing, that
literally-
looks like a parachute.
Oh
and
my God, they
just
talk
mean
about
shit.
it. They'll say like, don't tell her she looks
Stop
good.
telling
in
her she
that.
looks
Like,
good in
Don't tell her
everything.
she look
Wait a
good in
minute,
that.
though.
She don't look flattering in that. Change
So
that.
I think it was a
So,
phone call that
yeah, the
came
phone
to the
call.
store, and somebody had called, and Summer records the conversations.
Mhm.
Someone called about a post she put up of a customer, I believe, trying on some clothes, and
Yes.
the lady took
Okay.
the time to say, "You need to stop telling her that she looks good." And like, I don't know if she asked her to take it down, but she's like, you need to stop lying to your customers just to make a sale and just to try to get money
And
and
I'm like, do
profits.
you not
And
know who this lady is? Like, do
she's
you
like-
not know she has like over 1 million followers on TikTok? Like,
Wow.
she good. She not just making a sale. You coming into her store to ask her for her stuff. So, okay.
I thought it was funny, but just like Italia, I do look at the comments too, and I think at first, I remember the first troll, I snapped. They said something like, "This girl is like a cheeseburger away from a heart attack. Stop telling her she looks good and everything. This is ridiculous." And I'm just like, hell no.
Yeah.
And I drafted this whole paragraph, and I know Summer had seen it immediately because she called me and said, "Hey, don't
No.
engage with that. Don't do that no more, because you don't even want to give people this energy
Yeah,
and
don't feed them.
Yeah.
don't even
No.
feed it to it." So I had to stop myself and say, you know what? I had the worst troll of my life with my ex-husband. And I now gauge
get any
all
worse.
of the comments, the negative comments against some of the foul shit that he said to me to my face over the years. And I'm like, you know what?
This is somebody that
This-
knew you too, though. These people don't know you.
They don't know me.
These people
are
do
strangers.
not know you. They don't know what you do in your day-to-day life. That's what kind of keeps me from like snapping, because I'm fucking great. Like, if you think me being fat is stopping anything, it's
Right.
not. It don't stop nothing. So, I mean, go ahead and keep your comments up, but I promise you, when you comment, somebody inboxed me and said, "Nah, baby girl, you good, mama. Like,
Yep, so I'll be
what can I
faced by
do
it.
for you?"
I know
Yeah.
that's right.
All right, so now it's time for the shameless plug. So please plug your businesses if you have any side businesses or hustles or anything that you want to shout out.
Well,
Your nails look fabulous, by
Thank
the
you
way.
so much.
I love that color.
Thank you. It's a really good color. I am a licensed nail tech, and you can follow me on Instagram at the Fairy Nail Muva. That's 2 E's and Muva like your mother.
We'll make sure to tag it so they can find you on IG and your other platforms. But look, you've never plugged yourself, Janita.
I never do.
Why not?
I'm
But you're-
low key.
What are you waiting for? What do you mean?
My girl does hair and she's the bomb, okay?
Yeah.
She's the
That's
bomb.
crazy.
for
I got a
real.
head full.
Yeah, double licensed. Actually, I'm an instructor with the community college for natural hair care. So hair is my thing.
You know
like,
what? I'm actually preparing to become a nail instructor. So we may need to talk.
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
absolutely. I would love that.
See, making connections.
Awesome.
I love it. All right, ladies. My next question here is, did you always have the confidence you do?
Absolutely not.
Tell us about the journey to how you kind of discovered your confidence and how you're able to kind of maintain that.
Well, growing up as a plus size, you always get made fun of. Child, you get made fun of. You're ugly, you're fat, etc.
Mhm.
So, I had to build that own confidence on my own. Even though I had people that say, hey, you need a model, you're beautiful. You still have a lot of those people that's like, you're fat, you're ugly, you're not going to be shit.
Mhm.
So that confidence building up, I don't know, like the older you get, the less you care.
Ooh, you hit them 30s and I don't give a
Mhm.
fuck.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I feel that.
Yeah.
How about you, Italia?
Yes and no. In my head, I've always been a bad bitch. Okay, you kind of couldn't tell me anything differently.
I love it.
And it really wasn't until I hit high school when I realized, like, I'm a little bigger than these people. Like, oh, y'all, I can't go to that store and buy my prom dress. I think my confidence has been shattered multiple times, but for the most part, I have been pretty confident. And it's part of the reason why people don't fuck with me, because you can't fuck with me. Like, yeah, I pretty much have always been pretty confident.
Yeah. I think for me, my younger years, I was very confident. I grew up in a predominantly white town, white high school. And so I think a lot of the Black girls there, we just kind of had a certain level of confidence just because,
Yeah, bodies built different.
yeah, we were built a little different. But I think when I got to college, meeting my ex, that's when it was just kind of the decline started. But I think coming out of my marriage, working with a counselor who was really, really fantastic. Just giving me different resources, different books and things to help myself with my self-esteem and working on really speaking more positive to myself. So I had like a little list of affirmations in my mirror in my bathroom and just really trying to counter all the negative talk over those years, like really like, no, bitch, you're gorgeous. You're the bomb. You are dope. And just telling myself this all the time. I think that really helped. In addition to just finally being able to leave that situation. It was just like a wave of attention I got. I went like 2 years not getting, I'm talking about like not a single person trying to hit on me, not nobody trying to holler at me. It was just like, I lost it. Fuck this. It's a wrap.
That's the stage I'm in right now.
No, I don't even believe that. I think coming out of that space, I'm the shit for being able to do this because I've got so many people in my world who are stuck in situations, relationships that they can't leave. And knowing that person's like tearing you down, like really trying to bring you to your lowest.
Absolutely.
That alone gave me some confidence. And then working with Summer, when just that one experience, she just, again, it was just like,
Yeah.
she restored it all in me. And so I'm always plugging her store like, yo, y'all need to come here. Y'all need to shop with her. No, you need to see her in person.
Yeah.
The
yesterday.
online experience ain't enough.
Yes.
You need to come meet this lady and see her because, my God, even that's why I brought my daughter into the store for her birthday, just to help her get that boost because she's in that phase at 13 where she's just in the mirror dissecting every flaw. Oh my God, look at this. Oh my God, look at these pimples. And oh my God, Mom. And I'm like, this is terrible.
Yeah.
So even now I'm trying to speak to, my friends' daughters and young people who I connect with online through the podcast. Like, you really gotta speak positive about yourself, really love yourself and put that time into you because the world's gonna try to bring you the hell down. There's so many people out here who is just so negative, who've got their own shit. I say, misery needs company and they surely want your company. So they're gonna try to bring you to that space where they are. But it is a lot of work. It's like daily work, having to keep yourself up, knowing like there's so many things in life that can take you down. Not just a person, but just even situations at work, your freaking kids, just like, oh my God. Sometimes you just feel like you just don't have it. So I think that's important. Continue to pour in ourselves and really work on loving ourselves. It's huge. So have any of you all been in an emotionally abusive relationship?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You too?
15 years.
11 for me.
How did you find yourself like stuck in that situation for so long? That's a
Money.
lot of years.
the rent is too damn high.
Mm.
Okay, it's cheaper to keep them.
I understand. I get it.
But honestly, like money is one of the main reasons that kept me in the situation that I was in. And if I didn't have a certain confidence, I probably would still be in that situation.
How about you?
For me, it was love and the hope and faith. Maybe it'll change. Maybe it'll get better. I keep trying to be myself and try to help out, but it don't work out like that.
That's definitely all of us. Like when you love someone, even when you have just spent a lot of time with someone, I for one, I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to start over. I'm not getting ready to be texting nobody asking them what their favorite color is. Like, I just don't want to do that. Like, so you're right. Love will definitely keep you in those situations, and the hope that things will get better is crazy.
Yeah. What about you, Janita?
Oh yeah. Where you want me to start?
Well, for your longest relationship, what was it that you that kept you there?
Let me just piggyback and say it definitely was a lot of hope. It was the pride in trying to prove that I was kind of psyching myself out, like, nah, it's you, stick around, tough it out a little while. But I think for the longest time I didn't realize it was a emotionally abusive relationship. And that stemmed from my childhood. And it took me the longest time to realize, and literally the nail in the coffin was when because I repressed like my emotions and stuff. So when it started physically manifesting that I was abusing myself, because let's be honest, if you're in a not to victim blame or anything, but you have the power to get out. Absolutely. And you have to be bold enough and brave enough and self-aware enough to realize that enough is enough. Yeah. And I think I toughed it out too many times in relationships and tried to, stay for the long haul. And eventually your body is like, wake up.
Yeah. I'm hurting today.
I'm hurting today.
I am hurting.
Like,
you're not going to be able to focus on your job today because guess what? You're sick.
Yeah. Like I never forget, like sitting at, I'm a pretty jovial person. And I was sitting in front of my manager and he was like, I'm laughing and smiling. He was like, are you okay? Something is not right. And I just bust out crying and I could not stop crying the whole day. And I'm like, I was the type of person that I didn't let people see me cry.
Yes.
I didn't let
strong
people
black
see,
woman.
I didn't let people see me get upset or anything. So that in itself was so embarrassed. I used to be so embarrassed to like cry in front of people.
Yeah.
And
that's part of a life
the
experience,
faucet.
though.
Yeah, the faucet just turned on and I couldn't control it.
It's always that, are you okay?
Hey,
like,
God
damn it. No. Why would you ask me that question?
Right.
Now I need a hug.
I'm smiling. I'm okay, right? Like, no, you're not all right. Something is off. Like,
for someone like your manager to realize that,
it's
a big thing, because we spend so much time at
work.
Yeah,
they know us, and it doesn't matter how bad you try to keep to yourself or you try to be one of those I'm just gonna go to work and go home type of people. People still see you daily and they know who you are and they thrive off of your personality too. Yeah. So when they're not getting what they need from you, they're like, hold on now,
what's up?
There's something wrong with sis.
Yeah.
Work is probably the biggest thing that taught me that something was wrong.
Wow.
I wasn't focusing. I wasn't performing. Like, I've been working with the same company for a long time, and they were like, girl, you finna get fired.
I gotta pull my
and
shit
I'm
in.
like, hey manager, I got some stuff going on. Like, I have to be really honest and transparent, just let them know, like, I can't focus.
Yeah.
And they got me the help I needed.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Help me get where I'm at.
I think a lot of times the reason why we go through emotional abuse is because we really don't know what it looked like.
We don't know what it looked like.
We don't.
This is not something that's taught to you. This is an experience. So what would you guys say are like red flags as far as emotional abuse? I'm talking about like the treatment. Like, how do you know somebody's actually emotionally abusing you?
The name calling,
control, isolating you from your friends.
Yeah, not being supportive.
Not being supportive. That's a big one.
I opened a whole nail salon. This man never visited it once. Like, I had to put. He ain't helped me. I got like this big shelf in my shop. Y'all, it poured down raining. I had to bring that thing in a U-Haul 45 minutes down the road, put it on my back, and walk it in the shop. And I promise you that the day I finished putting all my stuff in my salon was the day I knew I was moving. Like, I did all of this by myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, hey, I'm excited. I'm like, hey, I'm getting ready to do such and such. And I'm like, wait a minute, I got a whole man at that.
Yep. Yeah, the neglect, I would say, is definitely.
Where you at?
It manifests in different ways, right? Neglect.
Mm-hmm.
But when I realized, like, Dad, you're not showing up for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like,
you're not showing up for me, but I'm
needed
always
you.
showing up for you.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm always available. You call my phone, I'm picking it up. You can call me right now.
Right.
I'm gonna say, hey y'all, I need to step outside.
Not me.
If I were with someone, I would, because you just never know, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? In our day-to-day lives, we face things that could be possibly dangerous. We Black, that's number one.
Very true.
And our men, I prefer to date Black men, so I want to keep my Black man safe and make sure that, you know, he's not going through anything by himself or whatever. I'm always available for my man. When I realized that person wasn't always available for me, I was like, shit.
Yeah, they took it for granted, but you don't not supposed to be protecting no man anyway.
Well, I'm not saying I want to protect them, but I am saying I want to make sure that things are okay. Like, if they call me, it's not normal that your man call you all day, you know.
Yeah.
Somebody call me and knowing I'm doing something. Like, of course, I would have told my man that I'm in a podcast, right? So if he would call me, I'd be like, hold on.
Yeah.
You know something is up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What was the straw that broke the camel's back in your most recent long-term relationship?
You talking to me? Oh,
I'm talking to everybody.
I'll tell you, for me, it was finding that the man was sneaking around with 4 women 4 days before my birthday, when all of my family was in town hosting a reunion. And I caught him actually trying to make plans to go. He always would go to his hometown to get his haircut, and he was trying to make plans to see the girl when he was getting his haircut, and trying to make it seem like, oh, I gotta go out here to get my haircut, and just was always so adamant about having to go. Like, he would never find a barber in town here, so he would always take this 1.5-hour drive back home. And I realized, you know, over the time that he was doing this on a consistent basis. Like, he was always using the haircuts as an opportunity to go and cheat. And when I confronted him with it, I remember he just snapped on me and like, you know, why don't you give me no privacy? It was like, you know what?
Well, you are my husband, right?
This is tiring. You know, he would say this thing like, you don't need to know everything. You don't need all the details. You don't need to be privy to every detail and every aspect of my life.
Oh, so they all say that? Oh, that's crazy.
And I'm just like, what do you mean? Like, because I give you everything. You know every part of my life, from work to here to my friends
maybe
to my
even
home.
too much. Hey, my period was a little brown today. Like, I'm literally telling you everything.
Everything.
You're my best friend.
And so when it started getting like, this was a constant like, you don't need to always know. Why are you looking at my phone? Why? Like, you must have a lot to hide, because my phone's always open. I don't have to go tilting my screen so you can't see anything. But for me, it was like the disrespect. This is my birthday, and this is my family is all in town. Mm-hmm. So you're gonna go and cheat and then come smile in everybody's face and hug my aunties and cousins and uncles?
Like nothing happened.
But you know what? We put on the face still. We put on the mask. I let him stay around for the appearances. But after that, I knew there's nothing I can do here. And my family was there at a time when they were able to just like, Darie, we love you. You're doing so great. You look great. You're starting to lose weight. You're doing, wow. And that was like the moment everything started happening. Like, I have a whole lot of love around me.
Yeah.
I have a whole lot of support, because even when I was trying to do my lifestyle channel, there was no support there, but it was like, help me with mine. Help me get and I'm killing myself to help him get his things off the ground, and neglecting all the things I really want to do and, you know, wanted to try to pursue. So for me, it was like, I just can't get over it. Like, every birthday was like, for so many years, were terrible. And I think that's another sign of emotional abuse that I learned. Like, they will find every way to take your birthday or a holiday or Christmas, Valentine's, and it's like they intentionally want to ruin that day for you. So for me, I was like, you know what? I can't do this. You cannot ruin another freaking birthday for me. This is the last one. Yeah. This is it.
That's Hoe-Busters.
That's Hoe-Busters. When Hoe-Busters was born, for sure.
Honestly, the straw that broke my camel's back was every weekend he was leaving. So like Monday through Friday, we have the same routine. I get off work first. He'll call me when he gets off work and he's on his way home. And he's like, what's for dinner? And I don't know. And then he's upset because he got to figure out dinner. And then he comes home and we eat something and then we go to bed. And then on like Friday night, he would like pack all his stuff and be gone for the whole weekend. He'll come back. And honestly, I'm just not a big fan of my man spending the night elsewhere. Like, I don't care where you say you going. Why I can't go? Like,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or like, why you can't like FaceTime me or call me when you get there or whatever. Like, again, with the whole like safety, I care about those things. You get ready to drive. I don't care how far you driving. Let me know when you get there.
Mhm.
And he was doing the same thing. Like, you don't have to know every detail. You're so possessive. You like, and I'm like, no, I'm not possessive. I just love you. Like, I want to make sure you're straight. And if you can't tell me where you're going, that's an indication that you're doing something you shouldn't be doing.
Absolutely.
Because here's me. I want to go to New York. Let me call you every 5 seconds. Like, I'm just making sure. I want you to know for sure. I promise. I'm not doing anything I'm not supposed to be doing. But then you go out for just a day or two, and I don't hear from you until you come back home. I didn't like that.
I get that.
That was enough for me.
Nikki?
You ready?
Yeah.
Girl.
Let me tell you how this fits in your relationship. So I work first shift. My significant other worked third shift.
Mhm.
Oh, I hate
Gets
that.
off at 8 o'clock. I gotta be at work at my desk at 8 o'clock.
Mhm.
So we always call. It's a routine. It's
Mhm.
like it's a routine. You call, you call, you call. So this particular morning, I got no call. From 6 o'clock in the morning when you usually call me to 8 o'clock when I get to work, no call. Go all day, and me being me, I'm like, where is he at? Is he okay? There's been some stuff that's happened to him in the past, so I'm like a little. Like,
Yeah.
I want to make sure you're okay. You're
Exactly.
good. Haven't heard nothing from him all day. Lunch comes around 1 o'clock. Go to his job. He's not there. I thought he was working overtime. He's not there. Never called out. Right. So I call his friend and he's like, oh, we have an emergency. He's not, I'm saying he's not with me right now, but we have an emergency that we're taking care of. Okay. So I go back to work. After work, go back to the job. Nowhere to be found. You're supposed to be resting right now. All this stuff. You haven't contacted me at all. Nothing. He just went ghost for a complete whole day. I stay at his job from when I get off at 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock when he has to go in. 3 hours at his job. Saw his boss, talked to his boss, talked to his coworkers. Oh, he called out for the first time in 5 years. Oh, why is he calling out? I haven't even talked to him. Where is he? What is he doing?
Let me call the hospital, the jail.
Right.
So
been there.
I'm finna look up some registry.
Yeah.
So apparently he's with his coworker. And when I text his coworker's like, oh, we're in emergency. So 8 o'clock runs around. I'm sitting here at the parking lot at his job. His boss comes up to me and I'm like, where is he at? Why is he not around? I don't know where he's at. You want me to call him? Sure, call him. Mind you, I've called him like 200 times today. First ring, he answers.
What, for the boss?
For the boss. Yes. First ring. Oh, my homeboy's mother was sick. We've been in the hospital taking care of him. I talked to your homeboy earlier. He said y'all had an emergency and y'all was just, out and about doing what y'all had to do. Not one time did you mention nothing about his mother. So he comes to the job at 8 o'clock like everything's all good. When I get him on the phone on his boss's phone, I'm cussing him out, y'all. I'm cussing him shit out.
I know.
Ow, you ain't shit. Yeah. And then he was like, I'm at the store. What are you talking about? I'm right here. That's his first response, the first words that come out of his mouth after I blow his phone up for 2 hours. For 200 calls. Yeah. So basically he came to the job like just reckless, no fucks given. Like, I'm here. What you want me to do? I'm here. I'm like, fuck you. Yeah. Get your shit the fuck out my house.
Right.
Don't fucking contact me again. Like, and then that was it. You know you was with a bitch all day. Stop playing
all
me.
day.
Like,
Stop playing me. You was
called out of
laying in your
work?
bed. You was sleeping.
You called
out of work
for the first time in 5 years?
years?
Shit.
And you ain't at home?
And you ain't answer my 200 calls?
Right.
Yeah.
Like no
Fuck up.
concern
What
for
about
what
if
you
there
might
was
have had
no
going
concern?
on or
I could have been dying.
right.
I could have been dead by the time 8 o'clock came.
Right. y'all.
They just don't care.
They don't.
And the hoes don't care either. That's another problem. That's another problem.
They don't care. They actually thrive off of it.
Exactly.
They're like, oh, you got somebody that wants you, that love you, that take
care of you.
I want that.
I want that.
But I don't want to have to do all of that stuff. I just want to give you what I got.
Yeah.
The free part.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
The loose
and
part.
they're gonna take it every time. It's real crazy.
It's
I didn't know that there were just so many women out here who were okay playing that role, y'all. I really didn't understand. Even
Be
like
a nail tech for a day.
oh my goodness. Oh, I can imagine.
Here.
I can imagine what she be hearing too in that little salon.
I be going off on my clients though. So
That's the right way. And she gonna tell you, listen, you trifling for this shit.
and
Okay.
see, I'm the same way. I'm a girl's girl.
yeah.
Like, and it's crazy because I used to work in a small town. And I grew up in that town too, so I knew everybody. And it got to the point where it was uncomfortable to service people because it was like, okay, I got such and such baby mama in my chair right now, but his girlfriend is coming right after her. So I got to make sure not to schedule them at a time where they're going to see each other. So I'm losing money because I'm having to schedule like 30 minutes between clients. I'm like, shit, I can't do this. Like, it's too emotionally taxing to be a service provider.
back to back?
It is.
Well, he might have. I don't know. But that's the thing is like when you're in a small town, there's only a certain amount of service providers.
Everybody
And
know everybody.
Everybody knows everybody, and everybody always ends up at the same place at the same time. But back to what we're saying, the hoes don't care. They don't care. And the men, I think when men start getting in settings like this and they get on these podcasts and stuff and they start talking about their ways of doing things, there's one guy in particular who I always think about, and he always talks about how his women know that he's never going to be able to commit to them, and how like they have to have some sort of understanding when they're dealing with him that he's not going to deal with them for a long term. And I think that our men, our regular men out here are trying to adapt that, but what they don't understand is this person has a lot of money.
Yeah.
This person has a lot of money. He can actually afford to do that.
Yep.
You need to be with somebody you can help with these bills. Like,
I got a video yesterday and I wonder if I could pull it up. Let me see. I wonder if the audio might pick it up. And he was like, see, this is what I be trying to tell you, D. I wonder if I can get it to play. Y'all recognize this guy. He be all over the place. He was trying to say men actually want to marry hoes. And I was like, hold up. Let me see if I can.
Whoa.
They done told us that hoes don't make good housewives.
Oh, I know exactly who that is.
That's a goddamn lie sent straight from hell. Hoes make the best housewives, especially when they're ready to sit around and be housewives. Why? Because hoes know how to really comfort and cater to a man, and a hoe ain't really bothered by other women because a hoe know what she can do. She know her capability and her ability to be, because she done hold on a nigga. That's how she got him. She hold on him, and she know how to hold on him to keep him. That's why old broad like Drill can go get a baby by them young $100 million because she know how to hold. Women have a problem understanding men. Hoes don't. Because hoes done mess with a lot of different men. And she's an expert at a man. A woman don't know shit about no man. That's why she can't play on him. Bitches can't.
And guess what? Somebody's man somewhere saw that and thought, oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
He know what you're talking about, right?
That's the man. I'm going to repost this shit.
If hoe means a woman with low self-esteem that is a pick-me and will do anything to get any currency or attention from a man, he's correct.
Yeah, and I don't ever want to be one of those. I guess I'll never be married.
I'll never.
It's fine.
I'm good.
I guess I have to
I'm good.
figure some stuff
You
out.
know, you already know how I am.
You know-
I'm like, all these motherfuckers, fuck them.
Exactly. She don't like nobody out here, and I ain't even mad about it. My girl been schooling me to all kinds of shit. Just I feel like every time we together, we have our just private conversations. I'm like, Janita, I never thought about that. Oh my God, Janita, I've never heard that before. What the? And I'm like, I think coming out of being married is really overhyped. Like, there's so much more, I feel like, trouble than good that can come from being married. Like, I feel like
the wrong person.
I get very true.
To the wrong person.
But I think coming out of it, the apprehension to want to even think about being in that kind of a long-term commitment again, and the work to get divorced or whatever if this doesn't work, or how this person could potentially walk away with half of your properties, half of your assets, your 401k.
Yes.
It's
everything
like, this is scary. Yeah, this is really scary.
I can honestly say I don't think I want to get married.
Really?
I would love to be in a long-term partnership with someone. And by partnership, I mean someone who is truly my equal, somebody that I can have some genuine conversation with, someone who is supportive, someone who loves me just as much as I love them. But we do not have to go get married. Because when I tell you my big business is getting ready to be a big business, I don't want to have to worry about, like you said, I don't want to have to worry about that person falling out of love or me falling out of love or us going through things and we have to split all that shit. I don't want to do that.
It's a lot.
You buy your own house. I'm going to buy my own house. We can rent one of them out. We can live together. And if we don't like each other, you go on to your damn house. Because I just I haven't seen very many good examples of marriages. And as I get older, I realize that even our grandparents, the people whose relationships we idolize the most, those people that we see sitting in the rocking chair side by side holding hands, they went through some shit.
They did.
Entrapment.
They went through some shit. Like, it is surprising. And I'm very like transparent with my grandma. We talk a lot. And even my grandma was like, you know, you got a good head on your shoulder. You be seeing stuff the way it's supposed to be seen.
That's good,
Yeah,
right?
it's good stuff.
What about you? You desire marriage?
I do want to be married. I do.
Okay.
I'm scared.
I am also scared.
Yeah, I'm just
because
scared.
the dating pool out here is trash.
Yeah, I got big
Trash.
turds.
Goodness.
So I do want to get married, but I want somebody to have the equal mindset as I do.
Right.
Like, my parents have been married for 32 years, striving. My grandma and grandpa were married until my grandma passed away a couple of years ago. Like, I have that in my family and I thrive and I want that. But again, the dating pool is trash. So I don't know if it can happen, but I do want that.
So I think that's wrapping up our third episode, right? Our third official studio episode. Thanks again to all of you for coming in today and having this conversation. I think we definitely got some more in store. You know, please make sure you take a moment to like the video, subscribe to the channels, give us some comments, some feedback on the conversation. And also, if you want to share your experience with us here in studio in Charlotte, tell us about some of your life experiences, some of your Hoe-Busting stories. You can check us out on our website, Hoe-Busters.com. That's with a hyphen in between Hoe-Busters. And there's a link to apply to be a guest on the show and come and join me and Janita and chop it up and have a little bit of fun, all right? All right, y'all. Until next time. Peace.
Thank you, ladies.